Great time. Everybody had a good time.
It was. Thank you.
Hey, can we turn her microphone on? There we go.
I finally made it to one of your events.
I know. Did you have fun?
I had a great time.
Good.
It
Yes.
was.
I'm glad you were there.
Yes.
It was really a lot of fun. And so, all right, we got lots going on today. First of all, let's talk about some James Beard Award winners.
Yes, very, very excited for Kevin Nashin, who took home the win for Best Chef Midwest at the James Beard Awards, which were held this last weekend in Chicago. And so last year and also in 2014, he was a finalist. So the way that the James Beard Awards work is that there is a judging panel in all these different regions of the country, and all the judges put forth who they think should be considered. And then there is kind of an official panel, an official group that decides, then there's the semifinalists. So then the semifinalist round, then everybody votes, and that ends up creating the finalists. So, so there were a number of people on the semifinalist list who did not make it into the finals. So Kevin Willman of Farmhouse, and then Kevin Nashin, obviously, of Sydney Street and Peacemaker, made it into the finals, and Kevin took home the win. And so just a couple of years ago, obviously Gerard Kraft is the other chef in St. Louis who has taken home at one of the medals from James Beard. It's a huge national honor, and it just really reflects the quality of work that's being done in St. Louis.
So the two chefs won, but also Joya's Deli wins too, which is sort of out of left field. You wouldn't necessarily think of that place.
Well, no, they have these, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's like an American Legacy Award, and they do these every year because the people who end up winning the big awards are the ones who have like new things. They're pushing boundaries. They're creating a stir. They're kind of they're at the top of the heap. But having covered food for so long, I can tell you that you have to also cover people who are doing good work and in a legacy environment. And so that's what Joya's was awarded is they were being recognized not only for the quality of their work generally, but the fact that they have been doing this amazing work. It's a family business, it's generations. And so the James Beard Foundation has done a really nice job of incorporating those legacy awards into kind of the flashy James Beard.
Yeah, it's
really
good that they do that.
Good story all the way around.
Absolutely.
All right. You've got that. We were talking about that, but you also, what's this whiskey thing going on?
So I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about our two Best Chef Midwest winners. So Gerard Kraft, who owns a number of properties around town, including Taste, which is in the Central West End. He has collaborated with Dave over at Still 630, which is a local distillery that's right on the edge of downtown. And Dave collaborates with a lot of folks. So he has done a brewers series where he'll take beer from local breweries and distill it into a spirit. He also
so it's like whiskey beer?
Yeah.
Really?
Ooh, that's
It's really delicious. And he's also done collaborations, for example, with the folks at Caldi's for his breakfast brew, where he will incorporate coffee into the whiskey. And so here what he's done is he's created a single malt American whiskey. Some of the malt has been smoked, and he did this in collaboration with Gerard and then also with Chris Kelling over at, he's with Sardella and Pastoria, which are two of Gerard's other restaurants. And so Gerard came in and worked with Dave on kind of like tasting and refining the whiskey, and it's called The Truth, which reflects.
Does that mean if you have too many of them, you will definitely tell?
Truth serum. I think I like your idea, but no. What it does is it reflects the fact that both Dave and Gerard are very interested in kind of purity of products and having very kind of straightforward flavors and all of that kind of good stuff. And they have their dogs on the label, which I know Kelly will enjoy.
Yes, The Truth.
Yes.
That's
so
The Truth.
Jake is Dave's big white dog, and I've met Jake, and he's very, very sweet. And so he has like a big Jake white whiskey is one of the things in his lineup. And so he's put Jake on labels before. And then Otis, which is Gerard's very large dog, is the other dog on.
Man, Otis. Everybody loves Otis.
Yeah. So
Otis loves me.
It's just a really fun collaboration, but it's cool. We've talked about collaborations before, not necessarily with spirits, but what we really see is when two really really great craftspeople get together, they can create something. And this is only 87 bottles. Once it's done, it's done. This is not something that's going to be, it's a limited run. So if you want it, you have to go to Still 630 to buy it. You can also get it, I believe, at Gerard's restaurants, obviously at Taste. But then also Still 630 products are sold at the Wine and Cheese Place as well as the Wine Merchant.
I love the STILL, Still 360, like STL.
630.
Yeah.
630.
Yeah.
Yeah. STILL.
Yes.
STL.
By the way, Otis is
630.
from the APA, by the way. Otis
Oh,
the
is
dog.
he?
Yes.
Otis, my man,
Thought
Otis.
I'd say that.
All
Jennifer
right,
Thompson.
and out hot off the press is the new Wine Country
Yes.
Feast magazine.
Yes.
Oh, I love the
It's
cover.
our thank you. It is our annual ode to local wine. The local wine industry is huge. It's very impactful in terms of just economic impact and also making the St. Louis area, Missouri as a whole, a wonderful place to live. So we talk about the history of Missouri wines, Missouri wine winners from the Missouri wine competition that I judge every
Right,
year. So
yeah.
we talk about those guys. I mean, we really kind of get into just really the best of the best in the Missouri wine industry. So, and the cover is an illustrated cover, and our amazing art director, Alex Povis, kind of like
Very nice.
created she didn't do the illustration herself, but she created the concept for it and worked with an illustrator. So it's
And
really
they're really,
cool.
Missouri wine's really getting a name for themselves.
Absolutely.
You know, there were some great wines at that Taste and Toast thing.
And that's why we
Those are
have it.
really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, you don't find a lot of Missouri wines on wine lists.
Right.
Where it's easy to just get a glass of wine
Right.
and whatever and try it. So unless you're going to go out to Wine Country, so we wanted to bring Wine Country to you, and that's really
Some
what
of those
the issue
Nortons
is
were
about.
really, really good. All right,
Yeah.
feastmagazine.com for all you need to know. Feastmagazine.com. Thanks, and stay dry.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
8:49.